Now what's happening is, just like so many kids in this world, if he doesn't hit some limits that he can't cross, he's just going to keep on rising up. And he will become destructive, rambunctious, obnoxious, rude, and finally so aggressive you won't have him anymore. Now, why do you think we train a dog? Why does your mom teach you to be a nice girl? But why does she care? Because she loves you. She loves you, so she takes the time to show you what to do, right? So if she says she loves you, and she trains you, teaches you, helps you learn, right? She prevents you from getting into trouble because she loves you. Then she says she loves the dog. Huh. Now, our whole society says we should just be all positive. How do you be positive when a dog is threatening to bite you? That's not right, is it? Now, how would you feel if you went to school and there was another kid in there that was beating you up and hitting you, and you were scared of him? And all your mom said to you was, just be nice to him. Would that fix it? No. Kids know better. We have to help it make sense to her. What you're doing with this dog is teaching her how to live her life in the world. By being passive, by trying to pacify, she's not going to get anywhere. That's a lie. So, unfortunately, in this country, the thing about it is, people want every dog to be just as free as it can be. And all that does is get you feral. And there are people that will not have another dog because their only experience is a dog that hurts them. Okay. So, that's not right, is it? We want this dog to be a good dog. Well, sure, he's going to kill the cat. He's not going to play with it. He's going to kill it. He's getting more and more aggressive, isn't he? Yeah. And so it's just like you. If you started to do naughty things and nobody stopped you, you would keep doing them, wouldn't you? Okay. And you know what he really wants? He wants to know what he should do and what he shouldn't do. So he keeps testing. He's like a foreign-speaking kid. He can't ask you a question. He tests you, and your reaction to his tests let him know whether it's going to be fly or not. So by not giving him limits, and you don't want to get in a fight with him. You don't want to be mean to him, do you? Because what would he learn from you being mean? That mean is the way to go. That's not right, is it? Yes. And that's exactly what happens is you push him away, you prevent, but you can't count on him. This is to be like an employee. So you're teaching your daughter to be a leader, or you're teaching her to be a victim. I'm going to teach her how to be a leader. Now, I'll bet your mother loves you enough that if we give you and your mom a way to be in charge of the dog without being mean, I'll bet you she'd do it, don't you think? And you know why she's not doing it? Because she doesn't know. So that's why you come and learn, isn't it? The first time that somebody, and that would be me, tells him it's not going to happen, he's not going to like it. It's all right. You don't like it when you can't do something you want to do either. None of us do. That's kind of the way it is. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to have you come up, untangle his leg, and then hook that on that second collar. Now, Kathy showed you how the collar worked, didn't she? It bit you. But that's what his mom would do, isn't it? Okay, that's good. Good. Easy. Hey, easy. Good. Good boy.
If we tell him to sit, he will not sit.
No, he's not going to do anything. Now, if he didn't respect you any more than to think he's got the right to bite you, quit it now. Now that's nonsense, right? Good. That's better. Tell him.
Good boy, Vinnie.
Okay, now don't get too crazy about it. He's not that good, is he?
No.
Okay, so it's the same as with a child. Oh, good job. Good job. They're two different levels of praise, same words. So we're not going to gush over just sitting there not growling at me. Good. Much nicer.
He's like, what you talking about?
Huh?
He's like, what you talking about?
He knows what I'm talking about. He's just been lying to you. Okay.
Like, I tried to make a mud cake one time, and he made me spill the water. So
Yeah.
I had to get
Yeah. Yeah. He's gonna involve himself in everything you do.
Like,
He's a bully.
like I tried to run. He will literally run up and like.
No. No, he's a bully. He is an absolute bully. And if you went to school and there was an older kid that acted like him, you would be scared of him, wouldn't you? That's right. Now, this is where bullying starts. Kids are bullied by the dog. Why would they value the dog? So when you got the dog, your mom said, you can't be mean to him. You can't tease him. You can't bother him when he's eating. Don't take his stuff. Leave him alone. He's doing every one of those things to her. Right?
Yep.
So you have done everything your mom has said, haven't you? And he's turned around and done rotten. That's because mom needed to do the same things with him that she's done with you. Because you're a nice girl. Moms and dads read books and go to school and learn. Kids live it. Talk can be real cheap. Good dog. Now, we have to tell him when he's done a good job. But he is an 18-year-old boy that's just a little big for his britches. Now, when two older kids, about 18, come together, good boy. See, he's not going to cross me. He's never had anybody tell him no that meant it in his life. I wouldn't be the one he'd pick on. He'd pick on the low guy. That's how bullies go. So when two powerful individuals come together, within 5 minutes, it's established who's in charge. If you walk in like this, you just know he's going to give you trouble. Or you walk in like this, it's a whole big difference. You should never have to lower yourself to be a victim to a dog. Never. Good boy. Tell him.
Good boy, Vinnie.
All right. Now, I want you to go up and you walk up to Vinnie and you tell him to be easy. Just go right ahead. If he isn't, easy. Pet him. Easy. Good, easy. Tell him.
Easy.
No, good, easy.
Good, easy.
Now pet him again. Good, easy, Vinnie. Now you need to praise that. He's been biting your puppy.
Good, easy.
There you go. Easy needs to be his middle name. Now, if I said to you, if you were being really silly and I said, hey, now you be easy. Nobody likes rude. Good, easy, right? Isn't that weird? Now, we're training him like his mother would train him. If he treated his mother rotten, she'd turn around and bite him. Oh. Click, click, click. Words don't work with a dog because they don't speak English. All right, so we start out, first of all, teaching him to be respectful. That's how you are, isn't it? But you're learning that it doesn't work. From the dog.
Last night.
When Sophia was a little child, did she have the run of the house? Really? Oh, you mean she had an infant seat? She had a car seat? She had a high chair? She had a crib? She had a stroller? She had a buggy? She had a... You were penned up all the time. When he came in the house, you turned him loose.
Not completely, but
You gave him rooms. You blocked him off. You prevented him instead of, like you did your daughter, teaching him. So if you don't teach them when you're young, they don't know it when they're old. Good, easy. Good, easy. Now quit staring at him and tell him good, easy.
good easy.
There you go. See, those are all habits. Now, if I stared at you, you'd call HR, wouldn't you? It's the same thing. So eye contact, if you stare, somebody's going to turn their eyes away, aren't they? Are you going to do that? Yes, you did. Okay, that's intimidation. That's how you kind of take somebody down. You're not very tall, but you go in powerful.
I'm like 4'5" or something.
Yeah. But if somebody looks down at you, that's really scary, isn't it? Sure. Hey, you are fine. Good. Now, you'd never want a dog to start avoiding eye contact, which is kind of what he's doing. You stare at him constantly. A really good way to do it is put a bright colored collar on him, put a tag on it, and it kind of draws your eye away from his eyes, because they get a lot of information looking in your face. But when it's a locked stare, you need something to draw your eye away. It's a habit. And this is how it should be. Within 5 minutes, that was the takedown. Now, that doesn't mean he's not going to give it a shot. And I'll deal with that too. Okay. Now, when we start training, and training, what do we mean by training? You've been training him not to listen to you. Well, it's just like your teacher. He does listen. He just doesn't do what you say. First of all, he doesn't know what you want him to do. He just hears words. So if you haven't taken the time to teach him, all right, Sophia, tomato. Sophia, tomato. Sophia, tomato. Why aren't you doing that? Huh?
Tomatoes.
Because you don't know what I want you to do. It doesn't make sense, does it? Now, if I said to you, Sophia, tomato. Good tomato. Okay, you ready? Sophia, tomato. Good tomato. Okay. Let's see how smart she is. Sophia, tomato. Oh, look at there. She's a genius. Now, you go from fear of the word to laughing about it the third time. It takes 3 successful repetitions to associate a word with a behavior. Then it takes a month to make it a habit. So if you weren't here for a long time and you came back and I said, Sophia, tomato, you'd still know what I did, wouldn't you? You'd still know what I taught you. He's the same way. So easy when you teach it that firmly. Whoa, that's a serious word. Yes, it is. Yes, it is serious, isn't it? We don't want you to be not easy anymore. You're rude and obnoxious. You need to be honest. You're not cute. You're rude and obnoxious. I could tell when I walked through the door. When you said, well, yeah, right. I knew very well what we were dealing with. Good boy. Hey, Vin, want to learn to be a good dog? Come on, babe. Easy. Good, easy. Wait. Good, wait.
We were trying to tell him to wait this morning.
Huh.
I was holding the door open.
But it's just like tomato. If you don't teach him what it means, how can he do it? Now, the other thing you have to remember is the only way he can ask you a question is to test you. So you said the word, but when he tested you to see what it meant, you didn't have the right answer. Oh. Dogs are born trained. They just don't speak English. So when we train a dog, we're connecting some words with behaviors. Once we do that, we use those commands, those words, to teach him how to fit into our lives in all areas. Good, easy. You ready? Come on. Good, come on. Easy. Good boy. Come on, babe. Good. What a good come on dog. You're fine. Easy. Good, easy. Now, I'm not going to worry about sit and lie down. He's doing that out of respect. He's lowering himself out of respect for me. Good boy. Now, when you're with powerful people, you don't worry about the lesser people. And you've set yourself up on his level. Why would he care? That's just human nature and dog nature. Good dog. Excellent dog. Good boy. Now, he's in shock right now. Okay, Sophia, we need a dog trainer. Now, tell your mother, watch this, Mom. Tell her.
Watch this, Mom.
You'd say it to her. Tell her.
Watch this, Mom.
There you go. Now, you're going to cheer her on just exactly as if she went out and hit a home run. You ready? Now, you see these lines? This is pretty tricky. Okay, the blue line, he can't get to the blue line, okay? So you stay outside the blue line. Okay, now you are going to say, come on, dog.
Come on, dog.
Say it like you mean it. Come on, dog. Go. Don't look at him. Run. Good. Come on, dog. Tell him he's good. Go the other way. Just turn around. Come on, dog. How's that? Good job. Wait. Tell him wait.
Wait.
You big dog. Good boy. Tell him he's good. Wait.
Boy.
Good wait. Good easy. Wow, you didn't know it was that easy, did you? Do you think he understands what the words mean now?
Yes.
I think so. Good boy. Easy. Now, once I prove myself, we aren't going to beg him to like us. Okay, so, does your mom feed you? She doesn't ever feed you?
She does, but
Oh, you poor thing.
she does.
She does. Okay, well, I'm glad to hear that. Do you get to eat anytime you want to? No? Do you get to eat a bunch of snacks and garbage? Oh, really? Does he have food and treats all the time? Does he grab it away from you? I don't care whose food it is. It's all your food. Now, is he rude with his food? Good. Okay, you've done that right. All right. Do you have fun? Okay. Do you have chores to do? Oh. Does he have fun? All the time. Does he have any chores to do? Oh, interesting. Okay, do you get attention from your mom? Anytime you want it? No. But when she's home, doesn't she say, now you're going to have to wait? And When she's on the phone? Oh, so you do have to wait. What about him? Does he have to wait? No. When your mom's on the phone, she'll reach over and pet him.
No.
No?
He's always in his cage.
Oh, well, but if he's loose, so all she's doing is to teach him to wait to come out of the cage to then demand attention. Right? Yes. Okay, so you have to wait for attention. When he's loose, he gets it on demand. But that isn't patiently waiting for it to be appropriate. She waits. Okay, now if he is laying on a bed and he chews it up, that to your couch, how cute. What would happen if you would have cut the couch up with a pair of scissors? You'd get corrected, but he didn't, did he? Oh, isn't that interesting?
He did.
Yeah, but he doesn't have a conscience. Yelling is not. Kathy, you better stop that.
I didn't do anything.
Shame on you.
No.
Now, what did that really hurt, Kathy?
She didn't do anything.
Did that really hurt her?
No.
Not a bit. I holler at her all the time. And I do that on purpose because look at how much the hollering bothered him, didn't you? Holler at him a lot. So you're teaching her how to parent. Ah. Because your mom and your dad probably too control, not only supply your food, fun, attention, and comfort, but they supply your safety as well. Those are the 5 values that kids and dogs, all of us make decisions based on. So when you supply them but don't control them, you become a servant. When you supply and control, you become the leader. So when you are in charge of all of those values that he has, food, fun, attention, comfort, safety, you can give them and you can take them away. You are the leader. Hey, we're waiting here. Thank you very much. Okay, then the other thing we have to talk about. Now, all this is really going a long ways to establish he has to wait for me. Because there's 3 pieces to a good dog, same as they are in you. They have to be patient. If they're not patient, they don't wait for anything. You can't take them anywhere. You couldn't take this dog to a ball game because he wouldn't be patient. He's got to learn patience. He has to be respectful of the end of the lead. You can't take him by trying to hold him back. He's waiting for you to slip on the ice and he's gone. He's got to be appropriate for handling, or he's going to be a danger to anybody who comes and goes to pet him. If he bites you, why wouldn't he bite anybody else? He'll start again if you don't pay attention. Because at 18 years old, he's now getting to be that big teenage boy who says, make me. I am taking the car. I will take your Social Security check. I will. And he's going to take your stuff and he'll start with the low member of the pack. Take everything she has, just dominate her. Then he'll move on up. That's how you do it. Good boy. Okay. Lastly, when we start to consider training a dog, what's he bred to do? You've raised him on a pedestal.
Not completely, just inexperienced. I'm not one of those dog moms that's
Good. No, but
That's
in being cautious about telling him what will and won't fly, he sees you as not consistent, not fair, and not firm. Therefore, you need to be replaced as the leader. And he is. Now, I'm not saying this stuff to be mean to you or to make you feel bad, but this dog is bred to stand in a doorway and tell an intruder, you ain't coming in here.
And that's what I got him.
Of course it is. But you have to be strong enough to handle that kind of a guy.
Right.
So he is saying that now to you. Okay. Now, this is the perfect age for him to be here. Do you know that? Because up until now, I would have warned you about a lot of things that could happen. When he was a puppy, I would have told you all this stuff. Because you wouldn't have seen it yet. You're now doing the best training in the world. You're training out of necessity. Not just because it's the thing to do. It's necessity. It's life and death. It's you stay or you go. You're on the verge of firing your employee. Okay? We have to be honest about that. So people who get a dog and put up with all the nonsense, oh, I'd never get rid of my dog. I love my dog. Until he gets to be about 11 months old. And then he ain't very lovable anymore. That's what happens to teenagers who aren't raised to be nice kids when they're young. You're lucky. You got a head start. You are smart. But common sense and experience, you have to have that too. Because your mom's smart too, isn't she? Very smart. I can tell that. I'm very smart. I'm not formally educated, but I'm smart. That's right. Everybody's good at different things, aren't they? Isn't it a wonderful thing? And I'll bet you if I needed what your mom did, she's more of an expert than I am, isn't she? What? No, that's true. Yeah, no, it's true. Yeah. So when I need help, I go to somebody that knows more than I do about my computer. That awful thing hates me.
Does it really?
Yes, it does. It does terrible things to me. No. It's just because that's not my area, isn't it? Sure. And if I stopped training dogs, I could probably learn to work the computer. I'd rather train dogs. Does that make sense to you? Okay. So even if he throws a fit, he'll get over it. Because he's kind of like met a brick wall. I'm not going to change. Up until now, the whole world has changed when he didn't like it. Not anymore. And that's the way it needs to be. Okay? All right. Hey, you, Vinnie, what do you think? Good boy. Come on, babe.
All I can hear is dogs.
Yep. Easy. Good. Now I'm walking close enough. Come on, babe. Walking close enough that he can sniff me. That makes me approachable. If your boss or your leader is not approachable, it's pretty scary. Easy. Wait. Good. Tell him he's good.
Good, Vinnie.
There you go. He really needs to know that he has been sold down the river because he's never met a limit he couldn't challenge. Now, I've established all the respect and all that. It doesn't mean he's done. It means we have a working relationship. He doesn't like me yet. He doesn't have to.